Hello, good evening, and welcome back. And I'm sorry, it's so late. It's been such a long day. So you might be wondering, what's going to be about today? We've had the iconoclast has been reinstated. He's been mentioned almost explicitly by some media sources, including CNN, I believe. You can watch his video for more details there, where he says that the supposed white genocide or the replacement theory is a white supremacist conspiracy. If you don't like it, but then if you do like it and you think it's a good thing to have a bigger mix of ethnicities, then it's true, and you're good for mentioning this. So it's not that somebody is racist for not wanting different cultures into their own, but it's that it's just a conspiracy and it's not actually happening. So even then, they seem to have gone off the deep end as far as I'm concerned. Or you might be thinking, okay, no, it's going to be about Bill Burr. Bill Burr's new comedy special, which was filmed, I believe, 6th of June last year in the Royal Albert Hall, called Paper Tiger, and he was on the Joe Rogan Experience recently to talk about that. Might be thinking, it's going to be about that, and how that's supposedly also been cancelled because people are annoyed. That's come out just after Dave Chappelle's special Sticks and Stones, that I commented on beforehand. I haven't seen Bill Burr's yet, so I can't really comment on that adequately, although I do intend to. I'll see that in a couple of days, most likely. But no, we're going to go with PewDiePie. And if you hadn't heard, in his 100 million subscriber special after his marriage, he made a video thanking all the fans, and he had a rather long ad for honey, which sure is a great service, depending on how you perceive it, seeing as it's supposed to be free money. So, well, how do they get their money then? Is it shopping preferences? Is it maybe selling data? That's my sponsorship blown. But hey, I come from the Bill Burr school of thought, where you should ridicule advertisers anyway. So you should see his advertising for Uber. That's a good one. And of course, he lost the one with Sherry's Berries there. Great podcast. Good times had I all. But yes, PewDiePie then also decided, okay, well, in order to smooth things over, as he does quite a bit of charity work, he is going to pledge $50,000 to the Anti-Defamation League. Yes, the same one that describes PewDiePie as a hate symbol, the same one that liaised with the Wall Street Journal in order to try and get PewDiePie deplatformed, removed from YouTube, cut his ties with Disney, and all that. So why was this? And people are saying, well, what the hell are you doing? Now that the people who have supported you, the people who were in support of the whole subscribe to PewDiePie race with T-Series, to get PewDiePie the number one subscriber, to be in the number one position, to be the first one to surpass 100 million subscribers, even though T-Series wasn't, because it's technically YouTube Music, in which case PewDiePie is the first individual to have surpassed 100 million subscribers, which is amazing in its own right. He harkens back to the days when YouTube is you, and it's not us. It's not corporatism, it is individualism. And he's just a lovable rogue. And I remember back when it was him and Toby Turner competing, and the Happy Wheels days, even though Toby Turner seems to have fallen off the face of the planet after the rape allegations, which as far as I can see are all false. But let's read on. So, vlogger is far more than a vlogger, how dare you. Embraced by far right, apologises for planned donation to Anti-Defamation League after fans claim conspiracy there. The idea being that, I see, you're doing a long honey ad and then donating a load of money to the ADL, so that means that they're only giving you money if you're then going to pass it over to the ADL, and you're trying to smooth over relations, and you're going to be a turncoat. That's essentially the conspiracy, but as far as I can see, it was rather tongue-in-cheek, but people were pissed off that Felix would decide that people who had supported him are now going to get the raw end of the bargain. So this is from The Guardian, of course, someone I'm ideologically opposed to, so hopefully I'm going to be able to steel man their arguments. So the popular YouTuber Felix PewDiePie Kielbeek has withdrawn a $50,000 pledge to an anti-hate group, Bullshit, which he had dedicated as a means of atoning for past accusations of racism and anti-Semitism. Bullshit. After backlash from its fans, the Swedish vlogger there had promised funds received from a sponsorship deal to the Anti-Defamation League ADL, a not-for-profit organisation that fights anti-Semitism. No. Pepe is a hate symbol. Lol, no. But he apologised to fans who've been developing conspiracy theories, funny stuff, that he had been pressured to make the donation in the video uploaded on Thursday. To quote PewDiePie, I made the mistake of picking a charity that I would advise to instead of picking a charity that I'm personally passionate about, Kielburg said in the video, which is 100% my fault. Yep, he surpassed 100 million subscribers. Yeah, good man. So they're going to mention Nazi imagery. In fact, in the video he uploaded explaining that he was not going to be donating to the ADL, he wore a shirt which had an emblem symbolic of the Iron Cross, the German medal, similar to the Victoria Cross for the UK or the Purple Heart for America, obviously popularised in the Second World War through Nazi iconography. So, if you like wolf whistling conspiracy theories, then eat your heart out. Moving on, they go back through his conspiracies, but he's saying it's mainly the Christchurch shooting, Quentin Tarrant. That's what's affected him. That his meme would get into the real world and have could be contaminated by such a visceral action of a mass shooting, a terrorist attack, for want of a better word, and he wished to distance himself from that as much as possible. And of course, that's what ended the subscribe to PewDiePie meme challenge and all that fun that he thought got a bit out of hand, considering that people were partaking in mildly illegal activities. And then when it came out, Quentin Tarrant said that as well. Quentin Tarrant, who was essentially trying to recreate the Black Hand Group 100 years after it was most successful in starting the First World War, leading on to the Second World War, leading on to the Cold War, leading to the Cuban crisis, and very near to nuclear annihilation. You can look up the details of how the Russian agent who was responsible for nuclear retaliation, when he received the warning that America had attacked, and he thought, no, it's probably a fault, and he held off, essentially saving the world. And if it wasn't for him, then the world would have ended, and it would have been, at least in part, responsible from the Black Hand Group. And Quentin Tarrant seems to be trying to take the world apart, whether to rebuild it or not, who knows. But his idea was to try and create a civil war in America by being an Australian attacking Muslims in New Zealand. Yeah. But moving on, the controversies surrounding Kielburg underscore problems YouTube faces with extremism on the platform. Lovitz said only left-wing, because as the New York Times came out with Cain Cabell, I believe it was, he was saying he was watching videos, realising stuff was getting more right-wing, but he would not describe himself as being alt-right or extremist at all. If anything, he was now being drawn far more indoctrinated towards left-leaning, and ContraPoints, of course, being the pivotal role in that shift. So if anything, even according to the New York Times, then YouTube radicalizes to the left. Plus, I mean, what we're going to say, I still don't get it, what far-right is, what alt-right is supposed to be. You know, as far as manifestos go, if you take out the ethno-state, then socialist, fascist, they're the same thing. Surely. Anyway, so yeah, they've proven time and time again they are more about engagement and ad rates than responsibility, which is why advertisers have such a difficulty with them. Go woke, go broke. YouTube did not respond to a request for comment. Good. The ADL said it had not heard from Kielburg directly regarding the donation. ADL learned about the potential donation from Felix Kielburg when everyone else did, when he made the announcement on his channel earlier this week, said a statement. We have not received any communication from him beyond that. Good. So, I don't know if he does have any Catholic instincts, but he does seem to be pulling out early. So that's definitely a good thing, at least in this regard. And I look forward to Felix being able to have a happy life with Marzia. Pugs, not drugs, all that good stuff. I hope Brighton treats him well, and maybe he chooses a better place. Seeing as I don't think Brighton is an ideal fit for him. But, you know, whatever makes him happy, whatever works for himself and Marzia there. I'm all well pleased for that. But as always, I'm intrigued to know what you guys have to say below. Did you think this was an attempt at kind of a 4D chess move to try and get people excited and then pull the rug out from under them? Do you think he just made an honest mistake, and seeing as this was wedding planning as well, that it was all a bit hectic and he wasn't sure what he was doing? I was intrigued to know what you guys have to say. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.